This is the all-new second-generation Honda Ridgeline. It's fresh off the press and improved throughout, but you still need to be a bit realistic with your needs for a pickup in order for the Ridgeline to make a whole lot of sense. See, overbuying in the pickup segment is a bit of a national sport. If you need a little truck to tow a little bit of stuff, you buy a great big truck. And if you need to tow something a bit bigger and heavier, you probably buy a heavy duty. I have a bunch of friends that run full-size pickups so they can tow a small boat twice a year. The rest of the time, they're feeding a big V8 and taking up a whole lot of space to haul around groceries and golf clubs. Ridgeline has a V6, not a V8. It's built on a car-like unibody structure. The suspension is more crossover SUV than pickup truck, and there are no leaf springs, no solid axle, no low range. The box is relatively small and shallow. But for what many pickup drivers use their pickups for, most of the time it's sufficient. And the shopper whose priorities center more around outdoor activities, camping and adventure and fuel economy than towing capacity and payload figures, well, it's those shoppers that the Ridgeline has its sights set on. And if you're one of them, it's a pretty compelling package, mostly. The new styling is a big improvement. It's athletic and lean, like a modern-day sportier version of an El Camino or a Subaru Baja. It no longer looks like a Chevy Avalanche in a toaster oven made a baby. And beyond the looks, it's how this machine drives and functions in everyday life that really stands out. Getting in and out, simple. Slide in, tip up a little, and you're in your seat. Easy for the dog to get in and out too. He's got lots of room back here as well since the floor is flat and since these seats flip up in a way to make him a little lounge area. There's a lot of room back here and it's very flexible. The Ridgeline bed and box are alive and well and still packing the same handy dual-mode tailgate and in-bed trunk, which is enormous and ideal for a variety of uses, from keeping wet and smelly gear out of sight to filling with ice and beverages. The bed trunk is illuminated, lockable, washable, and waterproof too. You get a household power outlet running 400 watts, so you can operate a TV or a tailgate smoothie blender if you like. There's even an in-bed audio system using exciters to turn the box into a gigantic speaker for tailgate parties. Even more fun, playing Lamborghini sound effects over the in-bed stereo as you drive away in traffic. Up front, typical Honda cabin, dark, simple, logical, heaps and piles of at-hand storage in the form of covered cubbies and compartments and multi-tiered door storage pockets and sliding bins in the center console. No problem staying organized and tidy on the move here. And if you've got gadgets, these supercharged 2.5 amp USB plugs will juice them up lickety-split. The top-line tester even got up-level content, including memory seats with heated and chilled leather, a sunroof, upgraded audio, and automatic high beams. It's all quietly upscaled, and with Android Auto turning the central screen into an upscaled version of your smartphone, it's well connected too. The 3.5-liter V6 runs direct injection and VTEC for 280 horsepower, plenty more than the last generation truck. Most of the increase is felt through added eagerness and effortlessness in low RPM, light throttle driving around town. Hammer down on the new V6 pulls delightfully to max revs amidst the family VTEC snarl, sounds happy to work and operates smoothly. There's a 6-speed automatic and a new all-wheel drive system with this terrain selector to fine-tune the operation of various systems to the sort of driving at hand. Towing capacity is rated at 5,000 pounds and mileage, well, not bad. I did 11.7 liters per 100 clicks over the course of a 2,200 kilometer test drive with lots of highway driving. But it's the driving experience more than the numbers where the Ridgeline really all comes together. Mostly, it's just like driving a great big Honda Accord. It's light on its feet, there's no rigid jiggle to the suspension on rough roads, where the Ridgeline just rides and handles like a sedan. The steering is one finger easy, highway cruising is laid back and relatively quiet, and fuel mileage is decent so Ridgeline doesn't rip through its tank of fuel like Jason Statham ripping through a room full of bad guys. Ultimately, if you like the idea of a pickup, but not the feel of driving one and the fuel bill, Ridgeline is worth a serious look. Off-road driving is a mixed bag. The suspension has a surprising level of travel to it, soaking up moguls and dips without excessively throwing you around. That's the good news. On rougher stuff, though, it's still mostly comfortable. You do hear from the suspension a lot more, and the feel is less durable and tough than you'll find in a bigger pickup. The Ridgeline suspension doesn't feel flimsy like it's made out of boiled lettuce, though you are trading off that feel of off-road toughness somewhat for the on-road comfort. One note here, though you can select various off-road modes from this console, even left in automatic, the Ridgeline's smart 4x4 system and traction management program all but eliminates unneeded wheel spin before it even happens. You should have minimal issues with grip. Complaints? Keeping context in mind, few present themselves. I wish the cabin was a little more exciting. The central command interface is getting old, and as smart as the all-wheel drive system is, I did wish for a button to lock the center diff ahead of driving in really slippery stuff. But it does have two problems. The first is a mentality of most pickup buyers who want the most horsepower and towing capacity and size for their money, even if the majority of the time they aren't using it. And second, the Ridgeline is fairly expensive. This tester is nicely loaded at $47,000. Now for that money, says the average pickup shopper, why wouldn't you just get the bigger, heavier duty model with the V8 and the big towing capacity? Or the Eco Diesel. It's available in the same pricing ballpark. It's bigger than the Ridgeline, has a boatload more torque, and uses a fair bit less fuel. It's one of a multitude of options for your pickup dollar. Ultimately, Ridgeline is a more easygoing, comfortable, relaxing thing to drive than a bigger pickup, and remains a pickup focused less on towing and hauling and off-roading and more on flexibility and adventure readiness with an eye for fuel economy and maneuverability. So end of the day, Ridgeline isn't for everyone, but for who it's for, it does a pretty bang-on job. Thanks for watching.